Working with tables seems easy, but there's actually a lot more to using them. This video will go over what tables are, how to add one to your web page, and how to create and work with them. While this video is focusing more on using tables for web pages on the DX platform, much of the information can also be used when making tables in documents. Tables are a way to display information. Specifically, tables are used to display information in an organized way to make it easier to read. This can be a great way to display a data set on a page. A table is made of rows, horizontal, and columns, vertical. This gives the table its grid-like layout. Sometimes a table has a heading row and a heading column. The heading row and column are the first row and column in a table. Heading rows and columns are an indicator of what kind of information a visitor can find in a table. These are also helpful for screen readers in order to better navigate the table. The area where a row and a column meet are called cells. This is where you enter data or information for the table. Due to the structure of a table, it is not always the best option to use. Tables should not be used solely for their structure. Using a table just because the information would look best that way can cause problems for screen readers. If the information can be better understood through a paragraph, list, image, or another way of displaying the information, then a table may not be the best choice. Now that you know what a table is and how it is used, let's go ahead and start working with them. To add a table to a page, click on the Responsive Table button in the WYSIWYG toolbar. This will bring up the Table Properties pop-up with all of the settings you need in order to create your table. You will need to enter in the number of rows and columns you will need into the initial table properties. In the DX platform, the first row is always a header row. You also have the option to make the first column a heading column as well by clicking both. Tables can also have captions. The captions serve as a small summary of the content of the table. You can choose whether a caption is shown or not by toggling on and off Caption Visible. Click on the green check labeled Save to insert your newly created table to the page. Now you can start adding information into the table cells. Maybe you added too many columns to your table or you need to add a couple more rows. Click anywhere in the table and a small toolbar specific to table editing will appear. The first option is for columns. Here you can insert a column to the left or right of the current column you're in, remove the column you're in, or select the entire column you're in. If you did not make a heading column when you first made the table, you can do so now. The second option is for rows. Here you can insert a row above or below the current row you're in, remove a row, or select the entire row you're in. The third option is merging cells. You can merge the cell you're currently in with the cell above, below, to the left, or to the right of it. You can also split cells in half vertically or horizontally. You should avoid merging and splitting cells. This can and usually does cause issues for screen readers trying to read it. It can also make it harder to follow the table visually. Generally, it is better to not merge and split cells in a table. Another thing you should avoid at all costs is table-ception, a table within a table. Having one table inside another can cause a lot of problems both visually and for screen readers trying to read both tables at the same time. Table-ception should be avoided at all costs. You can either delete the inside table or move that entire table outside the other in order to fix this. Don't forget to save the page. If you do not save, it will not stick. Now you know everything you need to get started working with tables on web pages.